the mental pressure is a lot. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bola Harrison, and as always, thank you so much guys. Thank you for watching my videos, liking my videos, leaving your comment. Thank you for sharing. Above all, thank you for subscribing. To my new subscribers, my existing subscribers, to my viewers, thank you for watching, engaging my posts. You guys are the best. Yes. If you're new on this channel, on this YouTube channel, I talk about education, studying abroad, living abroad, lifestyle, and I vlog. So guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the challenges with Czech Republic visa appointment, why people get rejected, and why people, a lot of people told me that, somebody told them that it's difficult, it's not really nice, don't waste your time, don't, like, most of those concerns, I'm not going to say they came from a bad place, but there are reasons for it. It's not just someone trying to discourage you, it's just someone trying to tell you the disadvantages, but probably in a very difficult way. Let me start by saying that yes, Czech Republic visa appointment for students or even workers can be difficult, but it depends on the embassy where you're coming from. And I'm going to address this because people that have this concern majorly are Nigerians and Cameroonians, and those that are using the Nigerian embassy, that's the Czech embassy in Nigeria. So I will start by saying that yes, no lies, it's difficult, but nothing good comes easy, and that's just what I'm going to use to encourage you, that nothing good comes easy, or nothing good comes in in a blink of an eye. But that is not to say that it should not be easy, because like you have the UK that uses TLS, you have Lithuania that uses VFS, though they have issues too. But Czech is not the kind of country, or their embassy does not run the type of appointment booking where you pick a date and you go for it. Just take your documents intact and you go. It's not like that. Everything is done by the embassy themselves, the consular and other people that work in the embassy. So it makes this a bit challenging and difficult. Now I'm going to say that the challenging part is just like the Indians and Pakistanis and those that are using the embassy also too. It's difficult because they have a lot of population. Trust me, the way we are jackpying in Africa, that's how them too, they are jackpying from India, Pakistan, or wherever it is they are coming from. So, but let me address those that are using the Czech embassy in Nigeria. We have 9 countries, guys, 9 countries using one embassy. One, then you have one visa appointment date, 15th of every month, one, and now you have 10 slots. So 9 countries, 10 slots, one embassy. Guys, do the maths. The maths does not math. Like, this embassy, Czech embassy, does not math. So it can be crazy because you have hundreds of people. I don't want to say thousands. You have hundreds of people vying for 10 spots. So it's like first come, first serve. Even when your mail drops at 8 a.m. on the dot, there is no assurance that you're getting it, right? So it's like fingers crossed always till you get it. Now, that's for direct appointment booking. Student mode. That one's another thing entirely. I always say that student mode is just the grace of God, right? I've seen people who did not spend up to like 2 nominations and they got it. Because it's 2 nominations for every month. The first week, the result comes out second week. The third week, the result comes out the fourth week of the month. So it's 2 nominations in a month. Some people are lucky on their first trial, first nomination in the first month. Some people are lucky the second nomination in the first month, they get it. So it's like different strokes for different folks. Then how PhD gets preference, master student get preference before bachelor. So another thing is that depending on your university, if you pick a university like Czech University of Life Science or Masaryk University, Masaryk is even still a bit good, because I know somebody that on her first nomination in the first month, she got visa appointment through student mode. So that's why I said, don't base your story or your reason not to do this process on those that have failed. Try to look for the good, those that have tried it and they got it, because it depends on a lot of process and everybody no carry the same grace. To continue, people get it, people don't get it. The thing is, it depends on your school. Some universities have a huge number of people coming from one region. So imagine people from Togo, Cameroon, Nigeria, applying to one school in their hundreds. So it means that the student mode is more competitive because now they have to split it across the student also, which I'm sure the student mode also have a process it goes through, because it has to go through from the office that handles student mode down to the Ministry of Interior, back, and all of that. So it has its own process. The countries, 9 countries, 10 slots, one embassy. Like it's not a lot. It's not a lot. And then people book appointment and don't show up. Like, how do you book appointment and don't show up? Like, appointment that people are praying for, right? Some people opt out at the end of the day, even after they go appointment. And then it's really heartbreaking when you get to the embassy and you guys are supposed to be 10 to do an interview and you see just 3 or 4 or 5 people. You're like, what happened to the rest of the people that didn't show up? And there are people who are like going crazy trying to get dates, right? So yes, it is true, because I'm not going to lie. As much as I want to encourage you to come to Czech Republic and try the process, because the process is straightforward, I really want to be honest as possible and tell you that it's not easy. From the admission, you have to go through entrance exam, entrance interview, and then you have to get the admission, do your notification, spend a lot of money, and then now start vying for dates. The mental pressure is a lot. So you have to be sure that you look at the pros and the con. And that was the first video where I said the pros and the con. When you look at it and you think you can do it mentally, physically, and financially, you think you want to go ahead, then you are free to go ahead. But don't say that you have not tried, but because somebody said it's difficult, I wouldn't advise that. Another thing is this: there's another factor that affects your visa appointment and visa approval. If your school tells you that your resumption is September 1 and you are allowed to resume up until October 30, if they don't give you extension on that deadline, see, even if you've not gotten a date by September, right, or by August to do your interview by September, don't bother. But you can still bother, you can still go ahead. But once it's like September going to an end and you didn't get a date, it's really difficult, right? Because it means that your deadline is October 30. You have like a very short time to get a date, which you I don't want to say it's impossible, but at the same time, it's more difficult. So if your school says that, okay, your resumption is September 1 and you have to resume latest December 30, once it's like September, October, November, you're not getting a date, it can also impact, because of course, you've notarized, you've done everything, so you've spent money. There are some universities there are some faculties, because I don't want to say school, because in the same school I've seen different cases. So there are some department that tells you that, okay, resumption is September, you were admitted for September, but you have the grace until February of the next year, because February is when the second semester will start, that you have the grace to resume by then. So it means that you can be looking for appointments, you are free, you can relax your mind, you have a longer time to get appointments. But you have to be sure of the grace period your department gives. If your department says, oh, you can resume anytime within the section, it means you have from September you gain admission in 2023 till August of 2024 to resume. You are still safe. So what I'm trying to say in essence is the deadline of your resumption matters. Like, you have to do the calculation. These are the questions you have to ask before you go ahead. Oh, when is the last, like, last, when you say, madam, how much last, when is the last time that I can resume? You have to ask. It's really important. Now, that's for appointment. It's difficult. Even for working visa, for those who are going as employees or who are going to work in Czech Republic, it's not so easy also, because the slot is 2, I think, per month. So imagine if 5 people get jobs in Czech Republic, you have 2 slots. I think it's 2. I can remember, because I met somebody in Czech Republic who told me that there were like 5 during the appointment and it's 2 slots. I can't remember, and I'm sure it's not 5, and I'm sure it's not 10, right? So you have 2 slots also, and then 2 slots in a month. For work, I think it's still better, because your employer can understand that there's issue, and sometimes if you have a nice employer, they can assist. But most of the time, these employers from Czech Republic don't like to stress. Basically, they've employed you from outside of Europe. Not all of them go extra mile to help you process your visa, or to help you fast track it, or with whatever process that would speed up the process for you. Not all of them would involve themselves in it. So now, another thing that I think is challenging with Czech Republic student visa or work visa is there is no guarantee on time. You can't say that, oh, in 2 weeks I'll get my visa. It's not 15 working days. It's not 1 month. They tell you 60 days or 90 days thereabout, but sometimes 5 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 weeks. So it's a lot of mental pressure. It's a lot of wait. The waiting time is killing. So you need to be mentally prepared for that. Don't say, oh, Mr. A got his visa in 2 weeks. The shortest time I've seen for Czech Republic visa that everybody was really surprised was 2 weeks, and that was like 10 working days. Oh my god, I was like, even I was speechless. That's the first I've seen in a long while. So I've seen 4 weeks, I've seen 3 weeks, I've seen 6 weeks. Mine was like 6 weeks. So I've also seen 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. So there is no definite time. So that can also impact, because now you don't know, do I spend my proof of fund? Do I touch my money? Would I be called for a second interview? Would I be called for a second interview? And would they request a new bank statement? These are things that there is no clear direction or clear information on the website about it. Some people are not so lucky, they are called for a second interview and to bring a new bank statement. Some people are called for second interview and they are not asked to bring bank statement, just to maybe answer one or two questions that the consular or maybe the Ministry of Interior was not satisfied with, or something. I don't know. I don't work in the ministry, I don't work in the embassy. So it's just like, all are just like based on assumption of people who have gone there and based on their experience, right? So there is no definite time to get your visa. There is no definite time. One. Two, there is no certainty that one interview is going to give you your visa. It could be two. And there is no certainty that after that second interview you will still get it. Some people get approval a week after the second interview. Some, it still takes like 2 months again, or 1 month plus to get it. Some people after second interview don't end up getting the visa. So for Czech Republic, it's really crazy. These are things you also want to consider. So now I'm going to talk about why people get rejected. If you spend your proof of fund below a reasonable amount, it's a red flag, especially if you're called for a second interview. That can give you rejection. One. Two, if you don't know your courses you are going for, rejection. Some people get sent back after stress of getting an appointment. They send you back that, oh, some documents are missing, or you didn't translate, or you don't have a signed copy of your bank statement, or something. Like, Czech embassy send you back for sometimes the tiniest things that you think is nothing. If your translation was not signed, you are sent back. If it was printed copy, you are sent back. So of course, you don't even do interview, talk more of even getting rejected. They ask you your dormitory address, you can't say. They ask you the courses you are doing in your second semester, or mention some names of your professor, you can't say. Rejection. Rejection. So people get rejected for various reasons. You can't prove that you are really going to study Czech Republic. You have to really be convincing during your interview. If your interview is not convincing enough to the consular and to the ministry that this person really wants to come and school, so rejection. Sometimes if you use a sponsor and they can't see any proof of relationship between the both of you, rejection. If you claim to have money in your account and they call you for second interview and there's no money anymore, that one is even rejection. Another thing is that if your coordinator, they call your school in the process of approving your visa, and your coordinator says your deadline has elapsed, maybe you have to resume September 1 and the grace period is October 1, and you go interview you go appointment in September to go for interview in September. Like I said, there's no certainty that, oh, this person, normally, commonsensically, this person is resuming like October 1. Your visa is supposed to come out early, especially if you have gone like maybe September 10. You should get your visa early, right? We Czech Republic, they don't look at all those things. In fact, I've seen cases of somebody that is supposed to resume October, let's say 1, and the visa is still not out by then, and she has gone for interview like August. So, and someone who is supposed to resume in February of the next year already has visa, and he went for interview in the same August. So there is no there is no clear-cut information regarding this. So the rejection can come in various forms. Not enough proof of relationship between you and your sponsor, not enough funds. You are called for second interview and you can't prove that you really want to study. You don't know your courses, you don't know your professors, you don't know your address properly. You like a lot of reasons, guys, a lot. Your documents are not intact. So people get rejected. You get to the embassy, you're not prepared, you get sent back, and you have to book the appointment all over again, except in cases where it's a student mode, and maybe you are asked to send a mail and then bring those documents back and you are given a new date. But most time, if you book a direct appointment and you fail to take all the documents that is required in the way it is required, they'll bounce you. You're hearing bouncer, bounce. No abeg, no anything, they'll bounce you. So all of these things are things that make people think twice. But I also think that it's not enough to make you turn your back on it. It's not enough. People are still going there, people are doing it. So I don't think that this is enough reason to dissuade you. I just think that you should face reality, do a reality check. Can you cope mentally, physically, financially, materially? So like I said, it's not enough to dissuade you. Just focus on the positive. Try to do a reality check and get more information. Try to get more information. So guys, thank you for watching my video to the end. Thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Keep watching, like, comment, share. Remember, drop your questions here on YouTube in the comment section. Drop it and help other people. I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.